when his height starts with 5 foot, when your weight starts with 200. A cop tried to shoot this dog for barking, but he accidentally shot himself instead. Texas man shoots armadillo, bullet ricochets back into his face. Carmadillo. A dog travels more than 100 kilometers to bite its owner after being abandoned. A homeless man gave this student his last £3 so she could get home. Student raises over £21,000 for a homeless man who offered her £3 so she could get home safely. YouTuber is facing 2 years in prison after feeding a homeless man toothpaste-filled Oreos. This little guy wouldn't move his legs for 3 adults, so this guy just comes in and sits on his legs. This driver was not paid his monthly salary, so he parked his boss's car like this and quit his job. The founder of Match.com lost his girlfriend to a man she met on Match.com. Undercover cops posing as drug buyers are arrested by undercover cops posing as drug buyers. Lions fatally maul poachers who broke into reserve to hunt rhinos. A driver attempts to destroy a giant snowman, not realizing it's built on a large tree trunk. He has 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer and nowhere to sell them. Checked his phone to see if he's cheating and found screenshots of me cheating. I'm done being the victim. How to bite a mosquito bag. My ex sent me a picture of her doing it with her boyfriend. I sent it to her dad. 100 retweets and I'm going to kill the president. There's cops outside my house. I'm deadass going to jail. Girl tries to pour acid on her ex's face. Wind blows. It's directly onto hers instead. I'd be like, they'll get their karma. And then their karma is a new car, vacation, overseas, new job, and a better credit score. My 2 older children were trying to lay out all of their Pokemon cards, but the youngest kept intervening, so they duct taped him to a chair. Dark-skinned girl just won't accept the fact that they are all ugly, since he wanted to be bold. A man held racist slurs and punched a FedEx driver, then died after he was punched back. Damn, he sent him to God, same-day shipping. Why do men start podcasts instead of going to therapy? The same reason females start an OF instead of getting a job. Every night, when I'm sleeping, my cat gets in my face and bothers me, so now when I see him sleeping, I get revenge. My laptop was stolen from a shoot this morning. Tracked it using Find My iPhone. Got them arrested. A transgender woman silences weirdo who sent her pee-pee pics by sending one of hers back. A guy throws a brick at a car window and it bounces back and hits him in the face. She literally got a drink of water and then walked over to my boots and spit the water in them. Was it revenge for the braids? So my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend trashed my car, but it's cool because I have it all on video and him to watch it with. My dad cheated on my mom, so my mom printed out the texts of him telling her he misses her and mailed them to his girlfriend. Karma is the nastiest person I have ever met because 6 years ago, when I was 19, I ghosted the nicest guy who had the best intentions for me. And tell me why he's the person that's interviewing me for a job that I desperately need tomorrow. On our way to do a little drugs, they got arrested. This is what irony means. You buy an electric car to save the planet and the tree kills it. When your bad day gets worse, this is why you don't slam doors. Mugshots.com puts people's mugshots online and then demand payment to take them down. The site's founders were just arrested for extortion. Here are their mugshots. When you get rear-ended, the guy doesn't pull over and takes off, but his license plate gets imprinted on my car. Thought you were slick. When your baby mother bring her family to beat you up, but they get pulled over out front and the police find drugs in their car. Looking at God working. Thousands of people plan to attend a barbecue in front of the home of a vegan Australian woman who took her neighbors to court over the smell of meat cooking in their own backyard. It's her summer break, so I woke up my 12-year-old daughter at 5:15 this morning. I've been waiting for this revenge since she was 4. When she asked me why I was up, I told her my blanket fell off my bed. Sometimes the best revenge is watching their life fall apart on Facebook 15 years after they said that mean thing to you in high school. A driver who kicked stray dog watches his car get destroyed after the same dog returns with a few of his friends. Today I found out that my 7-year-old daughter really did lie about my husband's other girlfriend as revenge for being grounded, and that he never cheated on me at all. We're well into our divorce proceedings, and he won't forgive me for not believing him when he denied it. Fuck my life. My Uber profile says I'm deaf, so when I get into Ubers, I usually just sign hello to them and don't speak anymore. But this Uber driver just called someone and said, "This deaf bitch just got in, so I can talk for a minute." A trophy hunter who kills endangered elephants and lions, eaten by crocodiles. Sorry black boys, only white men can handle this. On behalf of black men everywhere, we wholeheartedly support your decision. On behalf of all white people, we sincerely admire your graciousness. However, we will be declining your generous offer and adamantly urge that the Mexicans take one for the team. On behalf of the Mexicans, there are some jobs we won't even do. Maybe the Asians can take this one. On behalf of the Asian culture, we also kindly decline the generous act, as we are practicing our arithmetic, playing piano, and ninja flying arts. Maybe the Muslims have the answer you seek. On behalf of all Muslims, we are going to have to decline the offer for the simple fact we don't eat pork. Everyone, shut the fuck up. I got accepted for a NASA internship. Language. Suck my pee-pee and balls. I'm working at NASA, and I am the National Space Council that oversees NASA. I was being a dick to a taxi driver tonight and didn't pay my fare, so I did a runner and left my phone in the car because I am a stupid bitch. And this is the taxi driver writing this. When your girlfriend cheats, but you paid for her floor, your pee-pee is probably the size of a Tic Tac. Well, no wonder your mom's breath is so fresh. The awkward moment when you break into a car and leave your wallet. Trucks are taking over the roads. We're just mobbing at 60 while your car's doing 25. Rest in peace. My mom would wake up early just to cut the crust off of my sandwiches for lunch. She knew the crust was my favorite part. She hated me so much. The driver of the orange car was being a douchebag. The truck proceeded to do this. I sent the B-movie script over iMessage to my friend who lives overseas, but it didn't send as an iMessage and sent us 315 text messages instead, and I'm going to be charged for international texting for all of them. Karma is real, and God always protects the good. A YouTuber who licked public toilet seat now claims he's tested positive for the virus. A father who beat a man to death for sexually doing some horrible stuff to his 5-year-old daughter faces no charges in Texas. Troy Leon Gregg, a death row inmate in Georgia, escaped the night before his execution, only to be killed in a bar fight that very same night. Guy told me to fuck off when I asked him to move his truck. Now he's going to stay in the porta potty until he learns some manners and apologizes for being a dick. The man who just drove into the parking space I was waiting for and told me to F off has arrived for his interview with me. See, this is an educated crazy ex. She didn't break anything, just made it super annoying to get back inside of the car. My son got mad at me yesterday and opened all the bananas in the house. What type of passive-aggressive monster? Boy urinates on the elevator panel and gets stuck inside. Instead of have a nice day, I think I'll start saying have the day you deserve, you know, let karma sort that shit out. So my neighbor called the police because I was smoking on the balcony. The police get here and asked where the drugs are at. I said I smoked it all. They said, where did you buy it? I said from the neighbor. And now they are at his house searching for his stuff. My bike was stolen last week, and yesterday I saw it on sale on Craigslist. So I messaged the seller, met him at a McDonald's, and when I noticed it was 100% my bike, I dumbly asked to take it for a ride. He said, yeah, just don't ride off with it, which is exactly what I did. I stole my bike back. My brother constantly does things he knows are going to piss me off for no other reason than personal satisfaction, so I decided to change the audio balance on his computer. It can lower the volume on one earphone and raise it on the other. In the span of 5 weeks, he went through 6 different pairs of headphones until he eventually had to go and get a new computer, almost $1,000 later, and he still has no idea what the problem was or who caused it. Some dude was spamming a class group with memes, so he got kicked out, only to come back with vengeance. Hello again. I have collected screenshots of each instance in this GroupMe of copying and showing the answers to e-quizzes. If I am removed from this chat again, I will anonymously be forwarding this information to the student conduct and academic integrity of the Dean of Students. All I ask is that I can post 1 meme per day. The ball is in your court, and I am a professional NBA player. The sad reality of our world, you have 27,000 tweets. You joined here in June 2016, which means you joined here 136 weeks ago. 136 weeks is 952 days. If you divide 27,000 to 952, the result is 28. You tweet 28 times a day, yet you still talk about how everyone is addicted to their phones. My dad used to live in a really bad area growing up, surrounded by a lot of gangs, and he told me that there was this kind, openly gay boy, that he used to tutor all of the gang leaders for free. And one day, a homophobe insulted him, and 5 gangs found out and went to go beat him up. Told my dad I ran out of alcohol and didn't have any money to buy any for this weekend, so he gave me the huge bottle of vodka from the cupboard that I went and stole and replaced with water when I was 16. Life really does come back to bite you in the ass. I got dumped for having red hair. My boyfriend's mother didn't want to risk having ginger grandchildren, so she made him dump me. He married a blonde girl and had 2 ginger kids. Karma, my kids are blonde. We've introduced wellness geese to campus to help students de-stress during the exam periods. Texas teacher who tried to contact Trump to have her students deported is officially fired. Whoever wins the lottery is gay. Wait, no. When you are a 24-year-old piece of shit and you break into the home of a 73-year-old and threaten him and his wife with a knife and didn't know he was a boxer, a marine, and a hand-to-hand combat instructor. Oops, I'm mad teachers told us, if you don't do well in school, you're going to be like the garbage man, and never told me the garbage man made more than them. Man dies of heart attack after burying girlfriend in backyard. I spoke too soon. You know what they say about karma. A big game hunter killed when shot elephant collapses on top of him. Idiots trying to siphon fuel end up sucking shit from sewage tank. So I'm at the dollar store to get a spade to plant bulbs in my garden, and this little shit of a kid decided to throw a fit over these larger candy bars and called his mother, and I quote, a bitch, because she wouldn't get him this particular bar. I was waiting for her to slap the living shit out of him, and instead she literally gave in and said, I will get you the bigger one when we get to the register. Well, I'll tell you, now I had no intention of spending $24 on candy bars, but the look on that little shit's face as I walked out the door with all they had left was priceless. Best $24 I've ever spent. Tony Perkins, the leader of anti-LGBT hate, who claimed that God uses natural disasters such as hurricanes and flooding to punish homosexuals and their supporters, had his own house destroyed by a flood. A 77-year-old grandmother beat the crap out of a guy who tried to rob her. When Winfred Peel attempted to get cash from an ATM in Liverpool, 3 men tried to push her aside and take her money. You're not having my money, young man, she thought, then grabbed one of them by the collar, pulled as hard as she could, bashed his head into the wall 3 times, and scared them off. To the person who stopped the washer in the middle of my wash cycle and took my clothes out just to wash yours. Yeah, you're an asshole. Unfortunately for you, so am I. You can find your wet clothes frozen outside in the snow. Any problems, come see me in 301. I bought my husband a new 50-inch television last week because his old one broke down. We took the old TV and put it in the box that the new one came in and set it in our entryway. A porch pirate came and picked it up on Tuesday night. I just wish I could see his face when he finds out it's no good. He saved us a trip to the dump and just got his karma. West Virginia lawmaker fell ill after drinking unpasteurized milk to celebrate the passing of bill allowing the sale of unpasteurized milk. A man walked into a Louisiana Circle K, put a $20 bill on the counter, and asked for change. When the clerk opened the cash drawer, the man pulled a gun and asked for all the cash in the register, which the clerk promptly provided. The man took the cash from the clerk and fled, leaving the $20 bill on the counter. The total amount of cash he got from the drawer, $15.